Hello everyone, it is the Yellow Spider, and today I am going to be teaching you how to counter. Now, I know this is a different video from what we usually do, but I'm going to try and start doing some teaching things that don't have to do specifically with characters. Now, I think we should start off with, what is a counter? A counter, in the simplest terms, while there are many other ways that they would be done, is simply you activate the counter. If the opponent hits you while you're doing it, you usually counterattack. While there are a few exceptions to these rules, that is how most of these would go. The list of people who have a counter or type of counter are Peach, Daisy, Marth, Lucina, Roy, Chrom, Ike, Lucario, Little Mac, Greninja, Palutena, Shulk, Ryu, Ken, Corrin, Bayonetta, King K. Rool, Incineroar, Joker, me Brawler, and me Sword Fighter. I am out of breath. And yes, I did read that from my phone, because that is a freaking huge list. Now, while there are a few exceptions for these counters, for example, people like Lucario, their counter gets stronger as their damage increase, like, well, all of Lucario's attacks do. Greninja is a directional counter where you're able to choose which direction you attack from. Palutena and Joker's double as a reflector and a counter at the same time, while Joker also has something like a hyper armor move. Ryu and Ken have a similar thing to what Joker would have, except they are able to cancel out of it and activate whenever the counter would hit. Corrin has it all the way above. When Bayonetta gets hit while using her counter, she slows down nearby opponents. And, well, Incineroar, when he gets countered, his next move will be just as powerful. But every other character I did not list, their counters are simply, if you use counter while you're getting hit, the stronger the hit you would have taken, the more damage you're dealing back to them. And I mean, a lot. Now, for you to counter an opponent, you would have to know what they're doing, because it's better to time your counters instead of just spamming neutral special or down special every single second. Now, of course, all of the examples I'm going to give you are going to have to do with analyzing your opponent's playstyle. But, well, if they're predictable, it'll be easier for you. An easy way to counter an opponent is if they have an aggressive playstyle, like they're always trying to get on top of you, a lot of aerial attacks coming your way, they're spamming they're just mashing that normal attack button. Then usually you could just throw out a counter while they're trying to approach you from whatever angle, and bam. If they tend to incorporate grabs a bit into their playstyle, this may not work as well. If they tend to overuse their smash attacks a lot, like if you can tell when they're trying to use a smash attack, like if you're falling from above or you're trying to get back onto the platform from the side and they're preparing a smash attack way in advance, just counter right when you get next to them. It's like easy knock them away from you, easy. If they are running straight towards you, like with no regard for their own personal safety, chances are that they're going to try and attack you from it. So, do a counter. If an opponent is jumping towards you while you're already off the stage, like they're trying to make a play that's off the stage and finish you off, you can just counter those fool. Of course, this one would be a bit more risky, as some characters tend to fall a lot quicker right as they counter. But if the opponent's trying to finish you off like that, take them down with you. If they use an attack pattern constantly, like they're always trying to, say, approach from above and do whatever attack, like neutral or down aerial, always keep track of when they're doing that attack. Keep track of their movements right before they make an attack. And when you see them make the movement for a certain attack, you already know exactly what attack they're going to do, and you do down special, counter, bam. I will now show an example of an aggressive playstyle on how to take advantage of it. Mario as a computer, while I'm playing as Roy, he's usually always trying to come up from above, literally every single time. He's overused with smash attacks, and I would use this to my advantage. He would roll towards me, and then he tried to do down smash. I countered him. Simple as that. Now, while it's not as easy to take advantage of an aggressive playstyle, usually you could take a bet at if they're close to you and they haven't done an attack on you for an amount of time you would have expected them to, they're probably going to do an attack right now. Now, as I am about to show here, it was a fight that I did while using Joker and going against King K. Rool. He showed many of the things that I said here, dashing straight towards me, trying to go and ledge guard me or finish me off with a spike / meteor. He would also try and, well, he frankly used a ton of smash attacks. But I am also going to show you a different thing that happens when maybe using your counters a bit too much. I used it too much while getting off the ledge over here, so he didn't try getting me while I was still over to the side. Now, this is a good thing and a bad thing, because A, he's not trying to spike me as he constantly is. Except there where I utterly screwed him over. But if you end up doing it too much, the opponent starts predicting when you're about to counter, and they play around that. That's why it's always good to vary it up as with anything. That will be a basic guide to learning how to counter. Not much to it, it's more just everything I just said in this video is analyzing how your opponent fights and enacting on it. I told you a few telltale signs, but any true signs that you will need to figure out, you'll have to figure out in the middle of the battle. I will thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. The Yellow Spider's out.